Hello everyone, today we will be talking about a cosmic being of sorts. Today we'll review a cosmic character that, well, has cosmic powers. Can you feel the cosmic love? And no, we're not going to talk about Galactus. We're going to talk about a guy on a surfboard. Well, not a silver surfboard, but he comes with a surfboard of sorts, maybe a snowboard. Well, today we're going to be talking about Kamen Rider FOURZE Cosmic State. And if you're not a fan of Kamen Rider FOURZE, toy reviews, or the fact that you won't be able to get this toy easily, or cheaply, I'm afraid, I want you to think about this guy. Somebody in Williamsville, New York loves you. We don't know who, but someone does. Be happy. Okay, so today we'll be talking about Kamen Rider FOURZE's final form in the show, which is the Cosmic State. And I'm kind of showing this guy Galactus because if you know him, this was part of a Build-A-Figure series way back in 2005. I just completed him. I had a few parts of him laying around for years, and I finally completed him for an anniversary. What anniversary, you may ask? Well, I just came to Japan 9 years ago. My anniversary is a little gift like that. It's, to be honest, it's something that people will not let you forget in Japan. They always ask you, when did you come to Japan, or how long have you been in Japan? Well, 9 years, 2003, I came to Japan. Alright, now, okay, let's take a look at the box, okay? Here we have the box. Sorry the tab's open, but as you might have noticed, unfortunately I don't have any of the boxes with me, but this box is a little longer than the other boxes, mostly because it has two different versions of the power sword he comes with, the Baruzin sword. I know I'm probably butchering the name right now, but he also comes with the board module, which has been used a few times in the show, and a giant foot module that looks kind of like Galactus's foot, but is also an interesting, goofy item that was used in the show a few times. Also, a gyro module. As I mentioned, he comes with two forms of the sword. One is opened, and one is closed. On the side of the box, you show him using these accessories, such as a gyro and a snowboard or board, as well as a sword and the giant foot. Here in this box shows him using the sword in his limit break final move attack. Onto this picture show the movement of the foot as well as the gyro. Unfortunately, it does not show the movement of the board, which has a lot of nice accessory articulation points. On the bottom of this, it has all modules complete. Now, this is not stating if there's going to be a summer toy, and this is not including the winter movie toy. A summer toy as in summer movie toy. It might be, but I have not seen any proof of that. Okay, let's take a look at the toy itself. Oh, real quickly, forgot to mention, I paid 2,940 yen, and in roughly right above the sticker, it shows that the price is 3,675 yen normally, but this store is selling it for a little cheaper, a lot cheaper, about a couple dollars, like $5 or $6. In American dollars, 2,940 yen is about $31, $32. Okay, so when you see this on YouTube, eBay, that's, you know, how much it goes for the store. So a shopper with knowledge is a better shopper than a shopper without enough knowledge, right? Removing the plastic top. Let's take a look at the figure without the modules. Turn them around. One thing that I really enjoy about this particular figure, as well as some of the other figures, when they need to do small details, they do it fairly well. As you might be able to see on his chest plate. Although it's a sticker that's guarded by a clear plastic film, you do have each number module that is onto his chest. His articulation is the same as the other figures, except for the only thing is different. These wings can fold down, fold up a little bit, but not by much. Okay. He also has this little attachment on his belt. So another thing that is a little interesting about this figure is, unlike some of the other special states where this thing becomes obsolete, it does have an actual working peg. To demonstrate that, I'll use this rocket. See, it fits on. Fits on fairly nicely too. Alright, so to quickly review the articulation points from head to toe. Head is located on the ball, able to look up a little bit, but not too much. As you see, the arm is fairly articulated, with a shoulder joint that is able to move him around, a swivel joint on the bicep. He only has one elbow joint, which is really all he needs, and his wrist moves, and his hands open and close, 2 fingers at a time. He has movement at a waist, turn it all around. He has articulation at a hip on a ball joint, swivel joint on a thigh, knee has some movement, and the ankle, it has the movement that it had before. So anyways, let's move on to the modules. Let's go on to the sword module, because I'm sure that would be more interesting for many of you. Here we have 2 of the same module. Why do they not create some sort of small toy that is able to do the same action, such as have these halves separate and this blade increase in size? I do not know. It would have been very easy to have something for this lever to move back and forth, but they don't have that, which is, he has 2 swords, whatever. I'll attach this sword. Now, it attaches as such. If you want to, you could attach the hand onto this lever as well. Okay. And the same thing for this. Of course, being the fact that all these figures have a lot of the same design concepts, all the Kamen Rider FOURZE characters can hold this sword. Alright. Now moving on to the modules. Let's go into the gyro first. As you see, the gyro blades do move. They're not incredibly loose, but they have a nice movement towards them, or with them. Again, I think sometimes I usually point this out. When you take out these modules, I recommend first by kind of taking your thumb and putting your thumb here and pushing here. If you just pull it off, there are chances that it might break the elbow. So be careful with that. One of those design errors or design flaws that came up with the Kamen Rider FOURZE figure. I had bought 2 of them and had the same error. Okay, onto the boot. As you see, the boot moves as such, but does not move forward. To attach this, you do as follows. You take part of the heel and lift it up. Move this down, and attach. Now, I thought it was a nice idea how he kind of has this thing pop out of mid-ear as a giant blue hologram and smashes enemies, and you don't really have like a clear boot to do that, but you know, still it's kind of a nice idea. Nice module. Okay. Next is the board. The board has a little bit of clear plastic connecting it. it has some nice articulation points. Okay, as you see, first the boot swivels. The next is the connecting point. It swivels, but is also on a little bit of a leeway ball joint, so I can move a little bit. So, to attach, you put this down a little bit, slide into there. So this is kind of a neat module. I know he's used it many times before. And it's fitting that they attach this module to the last form of his, the final form, because he has used this as well as a boot a few different times. What I usually like to do is have him kind of standing with this and his rocket on for movement, for jet thrust. Before I end this review, I want to kind of bring up this pamphlet, not flyer, I guess. This flyer came in with this package. Usually these Kamen Rider FOURZE toys just come with instructions, but this one came with this, discussing the character, and it was also advertising this. Now, I'm not sure if you know about this or not. I'm not going to get it, mainly because I have everything except for the wall. What it is the white or base state of Kamen Rider FOURZE and all of his modules, plus a nice wall display. Now, the wall display is something cool, I would admit that, but if you've already bought all the figures, then you already have everything. It might be a little bit more detailed. Maybe I can see in the picture that maybe there might be someone took an ink pen and made some details, but it's the price is $130 plus, $130 plus for something that, if you've been collecting the whole series, you already have. But if you haven't been collecting the series, then it might be a nice thing to just get all the little weapons all in one sitting, although you won't be able to get the yellow or other colors from his forms. Anyways, I thought this was interesting to have this included. Alright, thank you and have a good night.